think it's noon. So we will begin with our first meeting. So that would be the Warren County Election Board. Call that meeting to order, and before you, there are the minutes from the August 11th, 2021 meeting. So they meet with.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Okay, make a motion. I guess I'll second that. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Look at how easy that is.
Look at that.
So easy.
Secondly, resolution 3187, approval of election policies and procedures. These have been before us before, and the solicitor recommended that they come before the election board. So I've reviewed them. I'm perfectly fine with them. I assume there's not any issues, and you guys have.
Yeah, we haven't changed anything.
Okay. All right. All right. Then could I get a motion to approve resolution 3187?
Make a motion to approve resolution 3187.
Second it. Any opposed? There we go. All right. With there being no new business on the agenda, so I guess I need to make a motion to adjourn or ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that. Anybody opposed? Okay. Meeting ended. Second, Warren County public hearing. Here, we'll call this meeting to order. And as it relates to the public hearing, the item on the agenda is the intended use of the 2021 CDBG funds. I ask Lori to share her information.
So my intent today was to present the two projects that the commissioners had approved for funding this year with the 2021 CDBG funds, which will be in the amount of $248,534. One project was in Clarendon, $110 and $442 towards improving the stormwater system on Center Street between Brown Avenue and Railroad Street. This project actually was proposed last year. We didn't have enough money to do the complete project, so this year is just giving them the balance of what they need to hire an engineer to design it and then hire a contractor to install it. The problem is the current stormwater system is undersized, and the people's yards are flooding on both sides of the street when it rains hard. So down into their basements and such, so this should correct that problem. The second project the commissioners had approved was extending their, Sheffield Township extending their municipal water system to 11 houses on High Street, which is over towards Mill Street, east of that. They're currently on a spring water system. I don't know how old it is, but some of the residents were complaining about the lack of upkeep and maintenance on that line. Maybe consistency, of the flow. Anyway, so we've been working on that. We qualified the project. We were allocating $93,356 towards that. I did the income surveys, yada, yada. On those, I did ask the residents if they were interested in doing this project, and half of them did not want it to happen, and half of them did want it to happen. I had informed the Sheffield Municipal Authority early on that they would have to pass an ordinance because CDBG dollars were being used, that they would have to make it mandatory that everybody who lived on the street connect. Yesterday, they informed me that they decided to withdraw their project because they don't want to make everybody have to connect, which I understand, but so it's a little late, so now I have $93,000 that doesn't have a home per se. I'm getting late in the game. So it takes a lot to qualify a project. It's not just an easy, I understand it has to be basically shovel ready. Residents have to be at least 51% low mod income. So we're going to have to hopefully find something we can reallocate those funds to in the next week or so that we can hold another one of these meetings and say what we're actually going to use the funds for.
Were there any projects that fell off because these came to the top?
No.
These were the only 3 that got applied, who applied for funds?
2, yeah.
Okay.
Essentially 2. And then program administration for $44,736, which is the 18% we're allowed to take. There were 2 projects that had asked for playground money in Spring Creek County Township and Tinley Borough, but the projects didn't qualify. The service area was not at least 51% low-income population.
Interesting.
So for the 2010 census. So we couldn't fund those. I recommended that they use their American Rescue Plan monies for that, which would be a good thing. So anyway, so that's where we stand.
So is there any action needed on behalf of the commissioners, or is it
Nope.
information only?
This is kind of a moot point at this point.
Okay. Okay.
I would have canceled it, but it was in the paper, it was advertised, so
Right.
we will have to do this again.
Okay.
We can also pass a resolution once we have things together.
All right.
Any other questions for me?
Okay.
Excuse from your
You
meeting.
certainly can.
Okay.
So this is the time for public comment, if there is any.
I got a real quick question. For those funds, do they have to be directed to the township, or they're administered through your office, correct?
Yes, and like a nonprofit or something
Yeah.
can apply for those? Definitely. Like we've worked with Warren Forest DLC before, and then we could actually use the Housing Authority, we could do something with them. It's typically, it's not a program where an individual could come and ask for the money. You know, we need to get bang for our buck. Sometimes we do it where it helps an individual, like we've done housing rehabilitation projects, more with actually another kind of grant, where that would directly help a homeowner.
Yeah. Is this the Sheffield project, is that over in, like, they call it West Sheffield?
It was on High Street.
Is that,
So if you are on Main Street, you know where the Mill Street, Mill Street?
yeah, the
There
different
it
Mill
is.
Streets, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
So
in that area?
It's east of there, yeah.
Okay.
Just go over the bridge and make a left. It's Cottage Avenue, and then Hill's just up
Okay.
behind it. So there were 11 houses that it would serve. And one dear woman, I forget exactly how old she was, I think she was 95, and she said, honey, I've lived here my whole life and I'm still alive, so I think the water's okay. And I said, that's enough for me.
There's an argument there.
You know, so.
Very good.
All right.
Thank
Any
you.
other public comments? All right, can I get a motion to adjourn then?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that, and any not in favor? All right.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. To the main event here is the Warren County Commissioners meeting, September 8th. I have a call to order for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just want to let everyone be aware that this meeting is going to be recorded. I do not have a list of the executive sessions held since last meeting. I want to say we've had one.
We had one after the work session
Right.
yesterday.
Right.
That was to discuss an employee issue.
We have 2 items of correspondence received. We had a letter regarding the boat launch from Daniel Wilson. And we also had a response from PEMA as it relates specifically to the Department of Public Safety at the county with some updated recommendations, but overall it seems like that was a very positive review. So once again, this is the place for public comment in the event that anyone has any. Then we'll move on to the consent agenda, which will include all of the items listed, and then at the end, a single motion for approval. So first thing we'll look at is the minutes of August 25th, 2021. Any questions regarding the minutes, changes? Okay, if If not, we'll move on to the finance report. Lisa?
We have $1,563,369 in the bank, both in the general fund and our savings account. We have borrowed $3 million from the TAN. We are starting to see tax revenues roll in, so we'll be paying that down as quickly as possible. And we have borrowed $500 from the savings account. I also noted the American Rescue funding and the BRAP funding that's to be in separate accounts.
Okay. So we're a little farther behind than we were last year, interestingly enough. Yeah. All right, and then the next report is a human service report. Look at that. I'm not sure we talked about changing the protocol of what we did instead of discussing in detail, but I wasn't.
We did, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So, Human Resources Report as of September 1st, 2021. New hires for Warren County include Jedediah Ruhlman at the jail August 2nd, Colin Meadows at the jail August 2nd, Richard McKee at the jail August 2nd, Keith Braley at the jail August 4th, and Jody Sterling in the Register Reporter's Office August 9th. Changes to Warren County include Chelsea Bowers switched her position from drug and alcohol to caseworker in Human Services effective August 2nd. Casey Calamunchi also had a switch in her position from ID caseworker to ID supervisor in Human Services effective August 2nd. Michael Walters went from deputy chief to chief of adult probation effective August 2nd. Nancy Morris went from probation officer to chief deputy effective August 2nd in adult probation. Lisa Burkhouse went from office manager to field assessor in the assessment office effective August 30th. June Hofer went from part-time to full-time in the jail effective August 31st. Separations from the county include Abigail Hansen on August 5th, Carl McKee on August 11th, Richard McKee August 18th, Dalton Mays August 22nd, Michael Katay August 25th, and Tatiana Elise August 27th.
Comments? All right, and then included in our packet are monthly department reports, which I find very interesting. Looks like the your election office has been kind of busy getting ready.
We're ready, we're just waiting on the state.
Looks like there's a couple key dates there that we want to keep sight of on the 13th and the 16th. And so that would, monthly department reports. The next thing on the agenda is proclamations. The first is a Remembrance and Commemoration proclamation. And I will read that and then we'll go from there. September 11th, 2021, whereas it's been 20 years since the unimaginable became believable. The Twin Towers fell, United Flight 93 crashed, and the Pentagon was damaged. And Americans united through the emotions of loss, determination, and dedication of those who diligently labor to restore honor and order. Daily in Warren County, our dedicated volunteer and paid firefighters, police officers, emergency medical technicians, fire police, and other public servants are on call for whatever emergency arises. Whereas, as Warren County remembered those lives lost on September 11, 2001, we honor these men and women who help keep us safe. The total number of lives lost is 2,977, 265 on 4 planes, 2,606 in the World Trade Center and surrounding areas, and 125 at the Pentagon. There are over 6,000 people injured. Now therefore, be it resolved that Warren County recognizes Saturday, September 11th, 2021 as a day of commemoration and remembrance for all those who perform their duties with great resolve, who honorably serve and at times commit themselves to the ultimate sacrifice, and who have given their lives to provide for our safekeeping, preserve our democracy, and protect our freedom. We're adopting this on this 8th day of September 2021. Next is the Proclamation of Direct Support Professionals Recognition Week. I would ask Jeff if you would be interested in reading that.
Sure. Direct Support Professionals Recognition Week, September 12th through the 18th, 2021. Whereas direct support professionals are integral to the physical and mental health and well-being of veterans, senior citizens, and individuals of all ages with intellectual, developmental, and other disabilities who receive services for severe chronic health conditions. Direct support professionals provide essential support to help keep individuals with disabilities connected to their families, friends, and community, and then enable them to live meaningful lives in a community of their choice. And direct support professionals must build a close, trusted relationship with an individual with disabilities. A direct support professional assists an individual with disabilities with the most intimate needs on a daily basis and provides a broad range of support from preparing meals and medications to personal care, transporting clients to school, work, and other activities. The participation of support professionals in medical care planning is critical to the successful transition from medical events to post-acute care and long-term support and services. There is a documented critical and growing shortage of direct support professionals in every community throughout the United States. Direct support professionals, including direct care workers, personal attendant, in-home support workers, and paraprofessionals, are the primary providers of long-term support and services for millions of individuals with disabilities. Now, therefore, we, the Warren County Commissioners of Warren County, do hereby proclaim September 12th through the 18th, 2021 to be Direct Support Professionals Recognition Week. We encourage all citizens to recognize and appreciate the dedication and contributions of these providers to enhance the lives of their clients. And if it's okay, well, I'd like to recognize Carl. Carl, I forgot your last name.
Seeker.
Seeker, that's
Yep.
Carl Seeker from
Lakeshore.
Lakeshore. This is one of those days, I can't remember my own name, but who's come down in order to do the proclamation. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, just real quick, truly appreciate the recognition. I've worked in the field since 1986, and just the past 2 or 3 years, the recognition that Warren County's given us is just overwhelming. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job.
And just for everybody's information and for yours and the other commissioners, we're going to be bringing ice cream trucks down to an ice cream truck to out in Youngsville to a group home there, and then down to Lakeshore on Pennsylvania Avenue. The Youngsville one's going to be at 1 o'clock on Monday, and then the Lakeshore one's at 2 o'clock. So all of the DSPs are welcome to come to that truck and get ice cream and hang out.
If you guys would like to attend to meet them, that'd be great. Also, too, Wednesday we have a special day with our Lakeshore employees between 10 and 2. So if you'd like to stop in, then you're welcome as well, and everything else. So, and just to touch on what you were saying, like with the staffing shortages, like many staff are working 50 to 60 hours a week right now, and the vaccines and the scare with the vaccines and what to do. So educating and everything else, the education that's going on about that is just really important. And again, we truly appreciate everything you guys do, especially Rhonda Tipton. She's been an advocate for us for day one. So thank you.
That's wonderful.
Carl, could you stick around just for a minute? Because I figured we could get a picture.
Sounds great. The next proclamation is the Allegheny River and Watershed Cleanup Week, whereas the 13th Annual Allegheny River Cleanup will take place from Thursday, September 16th to Saturday, September 18th of 2021. Since 2008, more than 3,665 volunteers have donated over 29,000 hours and have removed over 500 cubic yards of trash from the watershed and over 149,000 pounds of recyclable metal. And the effort has removed television sets, microwave ovens, lawn chairs, refrigerators, 55-gallon drums, more than 1,600 tires, and filled many bags of recyclable metal, glass, plastic, and aluminum. And whereas the organization's efforts were a major contributor to the Conowongo Creek being selected as a 2015 Pennsylvania River of the Year. And the organization's efforts are a major contributor to the Allegheny River being selected as a 2017 Pennsylvania River of the Year. Whereas the organization has received generous sponsorship and support from a variety of local and national business and community organizations, including WCCBI, the United States Forest Service, the Conowongo Creek Watershed Association, Allegheny Outfitters, the Savings Bank, the Army Corps of Engineers, Walmart, WestPA.net, Advanced Disposal, United Refining, Tim Hortons, and Targeted Pet Treats. And the Allegheny River Cleanup Project promotes the stewardship of the Allegheny River watershed and highlights how it has been and continues to be an important recreational, ecological, and economic asset to Warren County. And the Allegheny River Cleanup Project offers an opportunity for youth and those interested in the beautification of the county and public service and opportunity to give back to the community. Now therefore be it resolved that Warren County Board of Commissioners do hereby declare the week of September 12th, 2021 Allegheny River and Watershed Cleanup Week, and be it further resolved that due to their compassionate concern and exemplary service, the Warren County Board of Commissioners hereby extends its heartfelt appreciation to the sponsors, supporters, volunteers, and especially the organizers of the Allegheny River Cleanup for their service to the community and wishes them to be continued success in their future endeavors. Adopted this 8th day of September 2021. Anybody here to be interested in representing them?
Well, and I'd just say that there's still time to sign up. I'm signed up for the 17th. I highly recommend it. It's a really great event, like just to
It
get
is a
on the
great
river. I do it partially because I get a free canoe ride out of it. But you know, I mean, you have to do some work. But going down, there are parts of the river that I've never been on, mostly, you know, that I've been on because of this event. So it's really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it usually gets a lot of volunteership, so we're looking forward to that again this year.
Yeah, the actual. Oh, okay. We'll just use this.
All right, so with that said, on all the items here, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it, and any of those not in favor? Okay, great.
Can we do a picture real quick?
Yeah,
Carl.
take a pause for a picture.
And we do your Federico Fellini
There you go, hole's covered.
Try that again?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes. Hopefully we see you Monday.
Absolutely. No, I'll definitely be there Monday.
You'll just stand for us.
Sitting today.
Oh, looks as though
Oh,
they're.
that's a great shot. Good job, Pam.
You are the Frederici,
Yeah.
whatever that is, Fellini, Frederico Fellini. I don't see any old business before us. 2 items of new business. One is the agreement with school district for the 2022 recycling event. And that would be on April 23rd, 2022.
I've reviewed this agreement, meets with my approval.
Okay, great. Great. So with that being said, could I get a motion to approve the agreement with the school district for the 2022 recycling event?
I will make that motion.
I will second that. Any of those who aren't in favor?
Aye. I'm in favor.
I figured I would do the opposite since we both approved it.
There you go.
And then repository tax bids we have here is the next item on the agenda. It's one tax parcel here. Is YV/005-334620. The current owner is Eddie Dickler. The Edward Dickey, the assessed value is $1,100. The bidder, Brittany Renee Wilcox, bid on it for $513.13. And our Director of Tax Claim Bureau is recommending we accept this offer. So do I have a motion to approve the repository tax bid?
I'll make a motion to approve the repository tax bid for Brittany Renee Wilcox.
And I'll second that, and all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, those are the only two items of new business to come before us. And then, any commissioner comments? No, I know that there's going to be, a service on September 11th at the, cemetery towards Starbrick. So I don't recall what time that was.
I believe it is 11.
11 a.m. So.
That's an hour. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I guess because it's on the weekend, they must be doing it in the morning.
Yeah.
I actually
So-
checked the time because I'm supposed to go there.
I was just wondering.
I was gonna say, proclamation will be in your mailbox.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, what time? Because usually they do it in the evening, but that's when it just occurred to me that that's when they start. So,
Okay. Any other comments? Here, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn,
make a motion to adjourn.
and I'll second that, and we're all in favor.
Yay.
Hey, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming.